Welcome to NodeBuster, a game where I bust all over these nodes and turn my weak little node destroyer into a weapon of mass destruction, causing complete havoc, creating insane chain reactions, all with the goal of getting 100% completion. So I don't know much about this game, but one thing I do know is that we have a massive skill tree, and that's pretty much all I saw. But obviously right now we don't have any of these bits, so I think the first thing we need to do is jump in and breach. Oh, and there we go. That's our first achievement. Initiate your first session. So all we have to do is hover over these, I guess, nodes to bust them up real good. We get bits every time we do that. I kind of wish there was a faster attack speed here, but it doesn't seem like it. So you know what? We push. And we only got 2. We just missed out on that last one. You can see we've got health in the top corner and XP. I don't know what the XP does. Let's go back to the home and we can increase our power, giving us +1 damage. We can get that once, but that's unlocked. More skills, a 50% spawn rate, +4 max health, and attack deal 5% damage per enemy in the area. So let's just jump back in and get to attacking. Oh, we do so much more damage. That is awesome. So I'm guessing based on that increase, we were only dealing 1 damage before. So let's just stay on top. Our health is going down at a pretty steady rate. We just keep killing these guys. Wait, why'd that guy take more health? What is that? Anyway, we got 5 this time, so that's an improvement. I'm thinking we buy one of each of these. Spawn rate isn't really useful for us right now because we're not even getting close to killing them. So let's do damage and let's do health, but we'll save the rest for possibly more damage and more health next time. Now we've unlocked repair tool to regenerate health per second, which is awesome, and firewall to give us armor. And there we go, that's 14 health. We one-tap these guys now, which is lovely. So maybe that spawn rate would have been useful. And it does seem like every time we actually hit these guys, we take excess damage. So I guess that's what the armor is going to prevent. But this so far is a pretty good run. It seems they get stronger as the wave progresses. But we got 8 that time. So we're making improvements. That's what we like to see. So let's get +1 damage. You know what? Let's get it again. And let's get it again. I should have got the spawn rate. Oh god, I see damage and I'm just instantly clicking because I'm like, oh yes. Well, that's unfortunate, but we can one-tap pretty much everything. So that just means our next upgrades have to go into spawn rate. There we go, we got 10. We actually got 50% of the way through the XP. I don't know if that resets every time or if that's just a continuous little factor. And our progress, we got about 75% of the way there. So that's pretty nice. So let's increase the spawn rate. We'll do it once because I want to increase health twice so we can go longer. But that spawn rates already seem to pay off. We have them spawning pretty constantly now. Just like a really nice little aim trainer type game. But it does seem like the XP doesn't reset in between runs, which is nice. So there is something we can work towards even if we're not doing too well. But we did get 15 that time, so that's another improvement. Ooh, increased attack size is nice, but the damage is just like, having a 2-tap is so annoying. So let's just upgrade that twice and let's increase the spawn rate. I'm a lover of damage. What can I say? It's just always such a good upgrade and it helps us just do a little bit more. That's a double kill. That was awesome. So glad I actually tried to get that one. And there we go. That's our first level up. What that does for us, I have absolutely zero clue. So that's going to be interesting to try and figure out. But I feel like we're doing pretty good. There's another double kill. That's 2 double kills in 1 run. Make that 3. All right. Well, there we go. We got 22 bits and 1 SP. So let's jump in here. Let's see if we can buy anything with SP. We can. A bit boost to make red enemies drop an extra bit, which basically doubles our income per round. So that's going to be an instant buy. Then we've got Node Finder, chance for blue enemies to spawn. Okay. And plus 10% chance for double drops. We have purples here to increase the spawn rate. I don't know what a purple is. I don't know how we get that. So let's come back to that later. But for now, if we increase the spawn rate a whole bunch, we're going to get a bunch that start to come and overlap each other, which will probably mean that we can start to get way more double kills. So I'm going to increase that twice. And you know what? Let's get an armor upgrade because we haven't done that yet. And let's hope we can get some more double kills. But even without double kills, getting double bits now is just so nice. Oh, can we get a triple kill? Oh my god, that's a triple kill. That is awesome. Oh, yeah. This spawn rate increase was actually such a good shout. I think we do take, yeah, we take 1 whole damage when we get a double kill. But it just means that we're getting money quicker. which is good for me because trying to 100% this game might actually take a while. We've only gotten our first achievement. There are 13 achievements, so this could take us some time. But that run was actually awesome. We got 62 bits in a single go. We did start losing some damage, so let's just get ourselves up to damage level 10. Let's actually buy some regen, because that might help us survive a little bit longer. We'll get this last one. We didn't get it, but we still got 72, and there's a big pink thing, which I'm going to assume is our boss that we need to fight. So that comes at the end of the progress bar, which we are now making, which is lovely. Like, we're making it to the end, but we die as soon as it appears. So let's go to home. We'll keep buying some more upgrades. Let's get another repair tool and another one. Let's get an increase to the spawn rate twice as well. And let's jump back in. So there you go. See, we're not taking any damage. So if we hit that guy, we can just passively regen. Oh, these runs are going to be infinite already. Well, can we get a quad? We just got our first quad kill. Oh, come on. That should have been an achievement. That was awesome. All right. And that looks like the bosses started to spawn. You know, I'm going to sit here. We're at 0.5. We'll try and regen some health real quick. We'll get up to, yeah, 1.5 should be fine. Just as long as we don't hit anything else. Oh, that was not fine at all. We got absolutely decimated, but we did make 100. So let's go to home. I think this boss armor is actually going to be really important. Oh, but salvaging's also really nice. +1 health on enemy kill. Wait, that's actually, we gain more health than we lose because we only lose 0.5. That's actually a massive upgrade. What the hell? So with this, we should just like never lose health. Okay, we're losing a little bit. I don't know why. It basically regens by the time my attack's back anyway. So this is awesome. The boss has spawned in already. We're actually flying through this run. Let's say we pretty much have full health. That does 5 health every time. Okay, the boss is strong. Oh, now these guys are taking more hits. Yeah, this is going to be rough. And I've died, but I got 120 bits. We definitely could use more damage for the late game. It's just like, we need health. So let's max out our repair tool. Let's increase our max health to max. So we now have +40 health on top of our base. So is that 50? So we should be feeling a lot more stacked. The boss had a lot of health. We took it down like nothing when we hit it the first time. Okay, so the boss is in. We have basically lost no health at all. So let's just try dealing some damage to him. Yeah, he scares me a lot. Oh, we're actually so close to killing him. We were so close to killing the boss there. Look how much health. He had like no health left. That's actually so heartbreaking. We're taking a lot of damage, so let's get 3 upgrades of that, and let's just increase our regular armor up a bit. And you know, while we're here, let's increase our attack size too. 95, 96, 97. One more kill should get us there. That's a level up. We're just gonna sit on the boss now. We're taking way less damage. It's only like dealing 1 health every time we hit it. And there we go. We actually got the boss. 114, 1 SP, and 1 purple. The purples are cores. Okay, so with our core, we can increase 200% spawn rate. But let's actually just bump our attack size up another 30%. Let's increase our damage by 1. And let's jump back in. Oh, we have prestiges now. Prestige level 1 is probably going to be a lot tougher. Oh, our cursor is actually huge now. Some of these guys are massive too. I wonder if these are like elites or something. Let's try killing them. We're actually not taking that much damage still. I don't know if that guy really dropped us that much, but these guys do have way more health. Now the question is, how much more money are we actually making this one? Because it doesn't look like that many more bits are dropping. We got 106, we actually made less. So we get a few more bits and actually level up this skill tree, develop it a bit. It's not worth doing Prestige 1. So let's just try and max out our damage. With the massive difficulty increase of Prestige 1, I decided the best way to improve would be to complete some more runs on Prestige 0. Making more money and getting some upgrades to prepare myself. Alright, so I've only been in here for a bit, but already these guys are starting to take 2 hits. Killed quite a lot, so I'm just going to terminate. We got 414 bits, and that didn't take us that long. But I did notice this one here, 1% chance for blue enemies to spawn. And if you remember up here, we have Sapper, which takes what I'm guessing drops from blue enemies. So I'm going to buy Node Finder, and we actually can afford already to get the node boost. So they drop +1 nodes. And we can increase the spawn rate, because why not? So we're going to stay on Prestige 0. We're going to keep running that and just pray that if we kill enough of these guys, eventually a blue one's got to spawn. Okay, that took literally 5 seconds, but there's our first blue. He dropped like 3 of his little pieces. Oh, and look, there's another one. All right, there we go. Things are finally taking 2 hits, so we'll terminate. We got 340 bits and 6 of the blues. I think it looked like they dropped 3, but they actually dropped 2 because I killed 3 in that run. So let's buy the sapper. Let's buy another level of that. Let's work on this connection buster. Attacks deal 5% damage per enemy in the area. And plus 50% damage against bosses. That's awesome. What's this? Unlock the Milestones tab. And that's another achievement done. Unlock Milestones. I don't know what these... Oh, they give us rewards for doing things. All right, let's claim that. That's 500 bits that we get for free. Let's get 7 levels of plus 12. So what's that? 84 extra health, which is actually crazy big. So let's breach. We'll jump into Prestige 1 and give this a try. There's lots of these big guys around, and I really don't know if it's worth trying to kill them. With the upgrades that we've done, we've actually lost 0 health. The boss has just spawned in, and I think it's a very good test to see how strong we are if we can get some damage off on this guy. We've got it down below half. We are about half health ourselves. So technically, we're dealing more damage than we're taking. So we might actually be able to take down the Prestige 1 boss. Oh, we died. Yeah, that wasn't very smart now, was it? But we got 270. Do we need more armor? I think we need more armor. So let's max out our armor. We can also get Sapper to get extra health when hitting an enemy. The boss damage seemed to be a big issue in that run. But I'm wondering if we just get extra defense against bosses. Because that way we can just survive longer. There we go. That's a level up. That's pretty nice. Don't know if we can actually use any SP at the moment. But I'm never going to say no to a level up and some free SP for the future. All right, the boss is here. We're just going to focus him. All right, we have got the boss down to half health. We have lost like absolutely no health. So that Sapper upgrade must have done quite a lot. But there's the boss. There we go. 286 bits, 1 SP, 4 nodes, and 1 core. Let's get out of here. Ooh, that's our attack speed upgrade. But we can also get extra health when picking up resources. Okay, that's a crazy SP upgrade. 4 health per second. Yeah, I have to get that. I think we're gonna get health when picking up resources because our health drops pretty quick still. I've got to focus on more important things. Like getting a 5% chance to spawn enemies that explode on death. Hell yeah. That just sounds awesome. Let's max out our health. And that unlocks this one, which gives us 80 extra health per level. That is insane. Let's get that up, plus 700% spawn rate. And let's just increase our attack size. That's new. What do you do? Oh, that's the exploding enemies. Okay, they're actually awesome. They deal lots of damage. It's like a free hit in a pretty big radius. All right, we lose like 30 health per hit on the boss, and we do absolutely nothing to it. I'm just gonna die. I think Prestige 2 is too hard for us at the moment. So I think what we work on, we can get increased spawn rate and increased attack size, and we may as well get the armor against bosses because we can afford it. But we just need to run through Prestige 1 and get a whole bunch of cash. I'm going to wait for that circle one to get closer to the middle because we need to maximize their damage because they do so much. It's actually ridiculous. Oh my god, when they combo, they're just so overpowered. I'm going to terminate. We made 491 and 6 of the blues. And we did get some milestones. Destroy 10 blue enemies. That is 5 more blues. Let's just try and make more money with a 10% chance for double drops. Increase the spawn rate 2 more times. Let's increase the health regen as well. Alright, so after a quick little run where everything started to take 2 hits, we made 873 bits and 14 nodes. Attacks deal plus 5% damage per enemy in the area. So the more enemies we hit, the more damage we do. That's an expensive upgrade, oh my god. But let's just increase the spawn rate. Let's get more sapper. Let's max that out. Alright, so after one more quick run, we made 1,427 and 12 of the blues. It actually starts to get very difficult very quickly, even on Prestige 0. Like, I do a lot of damage, but if I'm not hitting like 5 or 6 nodes at once, I can't insta-kill them, which is kind of crazy to me. Max out the spawn rate. Salvage more health per kill. Let us restore more health per kill. Try and max out our attack size. So that's now plus 100. We actually have milestones, I didn't say. That's an extra 3,000 bits for us to spend, which is awesome because we're running really low. Let's double the chance of blue enemies to drop in. Max out connection buster. We're doing pretty good here. We're starting to max out a lot of our skills. We could get 80 health, but that's actually kind of useless to me right now. Let's max out armor against bosses. Let's get a couple levels of the antivirus armor and an extra 50% damage against bosses. So now with those upgrades, I really want to try Prestige 2. Oh my god, we're actually going to kill the boss. On our first try back. 900, like instantly. 6 blue, which is kind of 1 SP and 1 core. Let's just buy the attack speed. Oh, and that unlocked damage. +3, that is so beautiful. We're instantly buying 4 levels of that. We will increase the exploder size. I 100% should have bought something else, shouldn't I? No, we're good. But let's get more health regen per second. Let's try Prestige 3. This is the level where our health becomes an issue. 437 and 10. We got that so quickly, it's ridiculous. Let's buy that health regen. Buy more armor. We'll max that out. Yeah, that armor actually made such a big difference already, but it also has made me realize how badly we need those circles. The bombs spawning in just help us so much. So many things we get from bomb. Oh, that was crazy. That was actually insane. But it is very... Oh, we died quick, but there we go. That's another achievement. Bit guy, earn a total of 10,000 bits. 3 out of 13, we're doing it. Now, we lost our health so quick, so I could buy extra health, but I feel like what we really need is armor. Yeah, we'll drop to Prestige 2. We'll try and max out our plundering, because we just need to make as much money as we can. We'll upgrade plundering once. We're actually going to have to jump straight back. Oh, that's so expensive. 4 more levels of damage. That's nice, because we actually were starting to lack damage in Prestige 2. So we'll jump back in, and we'll see how long we can go for in this one. There we go, that's another level up. This one's gone on pretty long. I think I'm gonna have to terminate it soon, because things are starting to take a lot of damage before we actually kill them. There we go, let's terminate. 2,630 blues and 1 SP. What does that get us? We can increase our exploder size again. Yeah, they're doing so much for us. Now, what can the blues get us? The only thing they can get us is increased regen, so we'll get an extra 2% of regen, but it's not regen we're losing out on, it's damage, so we'll max out damage. Oh, there's +6. We got 2 levels of +6 damage. Now we unlock crit chance, so we can get a 10% crit chance and a +25% damage to undamaged enemies. Yeah, let's just try Prestige 3. We got a lot of extra damage. Alright, boss has already spawned in. We have taken quite a bit of damage because towards the end, things got rough. That boss does more than half of our health per hit. We got 1,300 like instantly. Now, we can get another level here. So that's +6% armor per enemy in the area. And we'll get 1 level of boss damage. And there we go, boss done. 1,400, 10, and 1. It was difficult, I can't even lie. That was a more difficult one. Let's get the increased attack speed. Ooh, shoot projectiles outwards on each attack. Yes, please. What are these pill-shaped things? Okay, so they're a new mob. Node. I guess their only ability is that they swerve around. I don't think they do anything different apart from that. You know what, let's increase our pickup range just a bit and we'll drop back down to Prestige 3. I'll grind this a few times. We'll level up, make ourselves just a little bit stronger. Alright, so just 2 runs later, we managed to make 6,000 bits, 69, nice, nodes, 1 SP, and we actually completed some milestones. We completed 1 milestone, giving us another 5,000 of the reds. I wanted to max out our damage, which we have just enough to do, and 10 to spare. Let's get +1 pulse bolts per attack, because I felt like they were doing a lot. What's something expensive? We can increase the spawn rate. No, I wanted to increase the chance for blues to spawn. Might be able to complete this. Yeah, we've maxed out our health. That is +300 max health. I don't know what those things are. Why is it so cheap? Let's give Prestige 4 a try. I feel like we're much stronger now. But that was a quick 1,712 blues. I kind of just want to start maxing things out. Like, that's the whole point of these games, right? Like, you just max out your skill tree. Alright, and a couple of quick runs later, 4,588 plus another 100. That's actually huge for us. Now, we could get that, but we could also get +25, make it +75 damage. But we can probably max this out, so let's do that. Let's increase that. That's going to give us way more regen. All right, another couple runs later, we're just shy of 5,000. We got 62 and 1 SP. I don't know if the pulse bolts are doing that much for us right now. I think it has to go into explosion size. We will get a whole bunch more armor, max us out on that, and unlock super armor, which is actually so nice. Let's get 2 levels of super armor and ooh, plus 25% armor against bosses. Yes, please hit me with 5 levels of that. So now we might actually have a chance against the Prestige 4 boss. Alright, the boss is pretty much dead. That was actually so crazy. I felt so strong there. Plus 2 pulse bolts per attack? I mean, I guess. Let's increase the regen. Let's increase the armor. Let's increase the armor another 3 times. Let's increase that once. It's just gonna be a lot of back and forth for now. So let's just try out Prestige 5. Get this up to level 8, but we're going to drop to Prestige 4 and I'm going to grind this out a few times. After hitting another roadblock, I grinded out a few more runs, putting my money mainly into armor and health, just hoping that it would help me survive a little bit longer. Alright, we'll run a couple of attempts at Prestige 5. If we get close to killing the boss, that'll be awesome. That'll give us domain expansion, but otherwise, let's just get rich. Alright, we got really close there, but we did also get another achievement, earn a total of 1,000 nodes, which is the blue things, which is pretty nice. I am considering getting this first strike upgrade a couple of times, because now we do an extra 100% damage to undamaged enemies. So hopefully this should make Prestige 5 just that much easier. Oh my god, we actually might defeat the boss this run. We're so close. Oh my god, it literally has like no health left, but we got 4th. We did really well. I'm also going to get this to get more damage, 75% more damage on enemies below 50% HP. We'll spend the rest on some bit armor. And I think this might be the run where we finally defeat Prestige 5. On the bright side, even when we're not defeating it, we're still making some decent money, and it's really quick in comparison to some of the other levels. Like, our new prestiges would give us more money, but for a lot of them, it didn't feel like it was worth it. This one most definitely feels worth it to me. Yeah, I don't know what's changed this run, but we're actually dealing so much damage. That's the boss defeated. We got 5,033 and 1 SP. Let's actually max out our exploder area because they're just doing so much for us, it's hard to say no. Let's get an increased attack spies, and we've unlocked the crypto mine, which is another achievement. Let's go. Conversion rate. So every bit we get 0.00001 net coin. So let's deposit 5k. Oh, it takes a long time, but we're slowly generating some net coin. Alright, breach, back to Prestige 5, let's go. Oh, and there we go, we've got another achievement, routine, initiate 50 total sessions. We are almost halfway there. There we go, quick little run on Prestige 5, 6,114 nodes. How far along can we get this bit armor? Oh, we can max it out. And then we can get bite armor. Let's increase our critical hit chance because I feel like that is lacking. Now, I did notice here, you can upgrade the speed. It's currently at 5 per second, which is really slow. There's got to be a way, actually, maybe it's after plundering? Oh wait, it's right there. Chance for yellow enemies to spawn. But let's just hang around Prestige 5 and try and find some yellow enemies so we can speed up that mine. Because it's just way too slow right now. Alright, we did die before we saw a yellow one, but we got another achievement. Bit getter, earn a total of 100,000 bits, and we are now officially more than halfway. So let's head back to home. We did get another milestone, and that's another 12,000 bits for destroying 8,000 red enemies. So let's max out our plundering. Let's increase our spawn rate. Let's also increase our crit chance. We'll upgrade the damage per bolt. Our crypto mines finally ticked over, so we can actually get plus 300 max health, which is also a very nice upgrade to have. I'm just going to keep doing this until I find a yellow. And there's our first yellow. Oh my god, thank god. You're kidding. Oh my god, you're kidding. I've been waiting for this yellow for so long, and we died before we could even pick it up. No, I'm really tempted to just call it for the night. Oh, look, and then yeah, piss off. Let's max out our spawn. Oh, we are nowhere near maxing out our spawn rate. That's expensive. Now, just to make sure we don't die, let's put 7 levels into our armor. Like, I just wanted to upgrade my crypto mine, man. That's probably an achievement. But that's another 300 max health. Oh, please just happen quickly this time. Alright, well I still didn't find a yellow, but I made 14,000, so that's something. So I really want to start dealing more damage there. Ooh, big. So we're now doing plus 250% damage to undamaged enemies, which is actually huge. I'm going to try Prestige 6. I don't think we've tried it in a while. And who knows, maybe there's a higher chance of yellows spawning the higher up in the prestiges you go. On the bright side, we should be making just a lot more money from this prestige. So I'll take that. Let's get 300 more health because we need it. Let's drop back down to prestige 5 and keep grinding. Alright, well there's 18,125 blues, but there was still no yellow. That's another milestone, that's another 16,000. We're up to 34,000. I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let's deposit 1k. Let's buy more max health. Let's 70,000, you're kidding. I just wanted to max that out. That doubles our crit chance. Oh my god, a yellow. Oh my god, I finally got a yellow. That one was so small and so quick, I didn't even have time to really realize it. But we finally done it. We didn't end up finding any other yellows, but that's fine, because let's head to the crypto mine. Double our speed. Let's deposit 10k, because we really need these net coins. Let's increase this, we'll max that out. Oh my god, another yellow, let's go. I think I was just getting super unlucky, to be honest. Because that didn't take us too long at all. So with that, let's head back to the crypto mine. Oh, it just doubles every time. That's just beautiful. Oh, this is awesome. So we're up to 20 per second. That's ticking through nice and quick. Let's max out the damage per bolt. And now they explode when they fire. Okay, that sounds good. Now let's give Prestige 6 a try. Oh my god, that's actually kind of sick. Prestige 6 might actually be a possibility. Like, the explosion size on these things are huge. That was such a good upgrade. The boss is already here. I have a feeling that... I was going to say this was going to be really easy, but it wasn't. Now, what can we buy here? Restore 10 health when hidden an enemy is awesome. Let's just buy a whole bunch more levels of that. Oh, we're one away from maxing it out. That's just so upsetting. Let's give it another try. Okay, this one's going much better. I don't know what's different. But we very quickly got 10,000 bits and we defeated the boss. Okay. Let's get the last level of our bite armor. Plus 50% armor when attacking 8 enemies or less is so nice. Let's get the 10% chance. So let's make that a 30% chance to automatically pick up resources. Let's restore more health. And what's this? Get armor equal to 1% of your max health. 2% of 2,000. Oh my god, that is a lot of extra armor. Alright, so we made a bit of money. Not really a whole lot, I can't lie. It's enough to get us more armor though, which is awesome. Let's get some focus armor because most of the time we do attack less than 8 enemies. Let's get more draining. Let's get more health. Do think we need to put a bit more into the crypto mine, but that's fine. Okay, well that was a lovely run. We got 25,000 of the bits, and somewhere along the way we picked up a yellow. I actually didn't even see it. We'll deposit 10k because I think we need those pretty badly. Let's increase our armor. 1% health when hitting enemies, kind of nice. So let's grab that. Max out our transplant. Next thing is blood injection, 4,000 plus health. That is insane. I don't see any greens, so that's kind of upsetting. And just so you know how much 4,000 health is, that's gonna more than double our current health. Like, that just seems absolutely ridiculous to me, how quickly like we can go from struggling a bit to just being completely overpowered. Okay, a couple of runs later, I managed to get ourselves up to 50,000 bits. 690 nodes, but with the nodes we can max out our blood armor, which takes us to blood visage. Get armor equal to 5% of your max health. Now I really am tempted to get that blood injection, but I really want to get plus 200 damage because that's just huge for us. We're also going to buy 3 levels of crit chance, so we're up to a 90% crit chance. We definitely need crit damage to go hand in hand with that. So let's give a try on Prestige 7 with our newfound damage. This is seemingly going quite well. The increase to our regen and our health and our armor has actually done quite a bit. Alright, the boss has appeared. We are actually absolutely decimating this thing. That was so quick. That was ridiculous. ridiculously quick. There's a milestone. That is another 20,000 red, which we can max out our crit chance. Let's also get plus 50% on that. Where do we use this? Plus 100% attack size? Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. Alright, well after a while, press stage 7 definitely started getting hard, but we did manage to get another yellow and 17,000 of the reds really quick. Destroy 5 yellow enemies and we get another one, so that's 2 upgrades to the crypto mine. Let's put in all of our stuff into the crypto mine. Let's just buy a drone. Let's get him some movement speed. Oh, is that my drone? He has a pretty big attack area. He'll help a lot when it comes to the big boss fights later on. Alright, well that was a quick death. We didn't get a whole lot of stuff there. Let's definitely get 2 more levels on our net blade. I'm thinking we just stack in a whole bunch more into our crypto mine, because everything in the crypto mine just does so much for us. It's actually kind of ridiculous how overpowered the crypto mine can be. Get plus 200 armor, and let's get more damage to bosses. Oh, thank God a yellow spawned straight away. Okay, so that was actually an amazing run. We made 35,000 reds, 480 blues, and we somehow managed to get 2 of the yellows and an SP, which is awesome. Let's get maxed out net blade. Oh my God, gain 1% damage every second is huge. Let's max that out. Let's max that out. We're maxing lots of stuff out. We can double our drones. It's pretty cool. Let's also get more damage for the bosses. Let's get another 200 armor. And let's buy more max health. So now I want to try Prestige 8. Look at our health bar. It's almost taken up the whole screen. That's actually nuts. We're actually clearing through Prestige 8 with relative ease here. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm feeling quite confident that we can take down the boss on this. Alright, incoming boss. This thing is taking some hefty damage, but so are we. Let's get a few attacks on it, and the boss is dead. But let's put a little more into the crypto mine. Let's get more armor. Let's get bigger attack size for you guys. Let's also restore more max health per second. Back to Prestige 8 we go. The attack size on my drones is actually crazy. Like, these guys are covering most of the screen with their attack. But right now, I feel like we're making a lot of money. Like, the whole screen occasionally just gets covered in bits and nodes. We're doing good. We're doing very, very good. Let's max out our net armor. That is the final upgrade from that part of the tree, which is awesome. Let's max out our health, which also gives us gain 1 max health permanently when defeating an enemy. That's massive. That is a massive, massive upgrade. Let's get a couple of levels of that. I'm going to do one more run of Prestige 8 because I did not realize the time. It's 3 AM. I have been completely engrossed in this game. The game is addicting. You kind of just got to keep playing. But I'm really glad I'm actually enjoying this game so much. Definitely get the parasite evolution. So now we're getting plus 4 max health every enemy we kill. Plus 50,000 max health and increase your health plus 8. So that's plus 12 per kill. Let's get gain damage. Oh, this skill tree just keeps on going. Try and max out if we can. Yeah, restoring health per second. I think we're finally getting towards the end of this tree. But I think that's going to have to do me for tonight. I feel like we're getting kind of close. Even though the achievements are only 7 out of 13, these will happen over time, you know? So worst case, I just sort of leave the game running. It's more the hidden achievements. I have a feeling one of them is to max out the skill tree. So that is something I really want to do. Let's start the session. And let's just make a whole bunch of money again. Alright, quick little session, 34,000. We actually managed to get another yellow, so let's speed this up as well. Let's drop all of our money into here. So that's going to get us a lot of net coin, which is heaps nice. Because if we can sort of start working on maxing out our net coin upgrades, we're going to be pretty strong. So let's buy 3 levels of that, and let's jump back into Prestige 8 and see if we can just make a whole bunch more money. Alright, well that was a crazy round. Most of the time was spent just picking up resources because that increased spawn rate did so much. We made 75,000 that time compared to 35,000. So that's a massive upgrade. Now, I don't know what I should buy here. Let's restore more health because that's a final upgrade and that just sounds nice. We can also get plus 50,000 max health because we collected so many blues. And let's max out that spawn rate. And that's the end of that line for the tree, so that's beautiful. I think we're closing in on finishing this skill tree out. But I do want to give Prestige 9 just a quick go with all our extra health and see how we fare. Alright, we've done pretty well on Prestige 9 so far. I feel like we've made so much money, but the boss has finally spawned in. And I think we should be able to take it down pretty easily based on how much health we still have. And yeah. We also managed to level up in that one, so we got 73,000 that quickly. 1 SP, and we defeated the boss. I think we're doing pretty well. Let's increase our attack size, because that's just nice. We can max our pickout range, but do it. Yeah, you know what? Let's just get that out of the way. Let's try and max out our focus armor. So let's just get a level to increase our crit damage. We'll get more damage against the bosses and jump back down to Prestige 9 and grind that out for a bit. And there we go. That's our first run over 100,000. We made 600 blues too, which is pretty nice. Now, I don't know what to get. I'm thinking, let's just max out our damage to undamaged enemies. I would really love to get this blood visage. We can also increase our health by another 50,000 and another 50,000. So that's a lot of extra health that we now have to be able to do more damage and survive longer. We can also now get the blood visage, which has unlocked growing, which gives extra armor every second during the session. But I do want to try Prestige 10, see if those upgrades made any difference. Alright, the boss is in. I kind of lost track. We've pretty much already defeated it. And there we go. Got an SP, a yellow, and the core. Yeah, that was a good run. I didn't expect us to do it so quickly, I'm not going to lie. But there's another yellow, so we can upgrade the crypto mine twice. And let's put it all back into crypto for this run. Because there's a few things that we can get. We can get another 50,000 max health, 5% chance to create a chaining lightning. That is some nice extra damage, I can't lie. But we can also get this to increase max health permanently gained. Alright, well, we were doing pretty well, but Prestige 10 just started getting impossible. I can basically not get any kills. So I'm just going to hit terminate. Somehow we did manage to get 4 yellows, but that's another achievement. Earn a total of 1 million bits. That's awesome. Let's try and max out that just because we can. So we're going to keep doing level 10 and making quick money. And one more run, we earned a total of 10,000 notes. That's one more achievement. That was a pretty good run too. We still got 2 more yellows. So we're looking pretty good. Let's upgrade the crypto mine from 3,400 to 12,000 per second. And let's just put all of our netcoin in. Look at how quickly that goes. That's actually so nice. Just for quick and easy upgrades. Let's max out our Indomitable. And of course there's one more. Every time I think we're close to finishing up, it just says no. So with this, let's max out our bolt lethality. We still need a lot of netcoin because the drones get expensive. The lightning's pretty expensive. I'm going to keep running Prestige 11 until I can beat it. I think it's the best play. Well, we did make it this time till the boss spawned, but we still didn't survive. We did get an SP, which we're going to put into more attack speed. And I'm looking at this upgrade here. All destroyed enemies have a 1% chance to explode into pulse bolts. We're going to get 4 levels of that. And if we can start comboing some stuff like that, I feel like it's going to be really effective. Yeah, I just saw it happen there. You just see a few more little pulse bolts flying around. It does quite a bit of damage, so it is quite nice. Oh my god, I think that might have been the biggest combo I've ever seen. Alright, the boss has spawned in. We'll see how much damage we can deal to it. I think we're doing alright if we just hover over the boss. Try and stay away from those stars, because they actually deal so much damage to me. And we've died anyway, but we made 85,000 bits. I think I'm going to max out the bit explosion. Then with the rest of our money, we're going to add extra damage to enemies below 50 HP. That's an extra 400%. And let's keep doing Prestige 10. Alright, another crazy good run. We got 3 yellows, 1 SP, 1,300 blues, and 300,000 reds. That is an absolute lot. Let's just max out our learning. And let's get Bloodblade. Get damage equal to 0.1% of your max health, which is just a crazy amount of health at this stage. But let's give a try on Prestige 11, because we should be doing so much more damage. Alright, we did die just as the boss was showing up. We still made a lot of money. We could increase our crit damage, but I think what I want to get is just more drones. We'll get a bit of lightning. We'll deal more lightning damage because that's a relatively cheap upgrade. And we'll chain it more times with our SP. Oh my god, with those lightning chains, we're actually doing so much more damage. This is so awesome. Alright, and the boss has come around. We've pretty much destroyed it. There we go, 140,000. That was a pretty good run. But now that we do more damage per health, it might be worth getting more health. And there we go, to infinity, going nowhere. So that's where we spend our cores. I don't know where that's leading to. But let's also get more armor as the session goes on, because I think we need that. Alright, one good run later, 280,000, 2 yellows, and SP, 2,000 blues. Let's increase the amount of the lightning chains. Let's increase its damage. Almost maxed out on that. Now we can get way more max health, and I think that might be the play. We can max that out. We still have 10,000 left just to chuck into the crypto mine. And I think we're going to keep running 11 just to see how we go. Alright, and after a crazy good run, we actually made 1,000,000 bits that time. So that's our best run so far. Now with our 1,000,000, what do we want? Let's get 2 more levels of the lightning chain, obviously. Let's max out the lightning damage. Let's come over here and get a 50% chance to auto collect. Now the only green upgrade I'm seeing is growing to gain extra armor, so we'll max that out. We still have 450,000 net coin to deposit. That is a lot of net coin we have just sitting there. Let's max out our drones. Let's get another 2 levels on our lightning. You know what? I think it's time to try Prestige 12. It might be really difficult, but I feel like we're just so strong. We'll be able to get it done. Like, look at how much we're just tearing through. We're making so much money. Just absolutely terrorizing this. I feel like we actually haven't done much ourselves. It's just our little drones that have been tearing through. The boss is spawning in. You know what? I'm going to spend my time just collecting. Yeah, boss is dead. 250,000 reds. That's insane. Done everything with reds. Yeah, we've done everything. Okay. Let's just chuck that into the crypto. That's already done. Let's have a look. What can we get? We can get more crit damage, or we can get more chance for lightning. Oh, and crit damage. Why not? Alright, well, Prestige 13 was an absolute cleanup as well. 290,000 this time. That allows us to max out our lightning chance, which is just lovely. We're gonna run Prestige 14, see if we can beat that, which I have a feeling we will be able to do because we've done pretty well. But if we fail, we'll drop back down to whichever one we fail on and run that, just get a whole bunch of money. Alright, Prestige 14 done. And there we go, Prestige 15 done. We just need SP for that, we need Netcoin for that, and we need blues for that. So we're really close to finishing up here. Oh, well, there's 25 SP. So that is one of our last achievements done. But as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by that achievement. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to hit 10 million. The fact that we're already at 1 million, I think it might only take a couple more runs. I don't know where we're heading, to be honest. The boss is already here. It's already dead. 500,000 reds. Only 800 blues that time, but we've got an SP. So that's nice. We can put one into there. We'll max that out. So from what I can tell, the only thing we need to max out this skill tree is getting more blues. Oh my god, we just hit a massive combo and just instantly destroyed the boss. That was insane. I'm sitting here, I'm out of words. I don't know what we use our reds for now. I think we literally just sit here and do nothing with them. Alright, there's a level up, so I think that's our last SP that we need. So it seems like we're just at the point where we just need to grind up cores and try and finish the game, I assume? There we go, boss is dead. We made 1 million in that run, 2,000 blues, which was actually a big increase from before. Let's come up here, let's get that. Oh, unlock the laboratory tab. That's one of the hidden achievements, the lab, let's go. I have no idea what this is for. Oh, we can dump netcoin. So I'm guessing this is how we finish the game. This has to be it, the God Virus. So we might get to a point where we can't actually prestige anymore. And then we'll just have to grind that level out a whole bunch, make a whole bunch of reds, kill a whole bunch of blues. But I think we're going places, I'm not gonna lie. I think we are almost done with this run. There we go, another run, 1.2 million, 2,000 blues. I don't care about the rest of it. The fact that we're actually getting a lot of blues now is really nice. That's maxed out lightning chain. I kind of forgot we had to get that. Head to the lab, deposit another 12. This is actually going to take so long. So let's just keep grinding out the prestiges so we can get to ones that make us billions of dollars. Now that I was so close to reaching the end of the game, I focused on working my way towards the last prestige level. Along the way, getting my second last achievement and making a lot of money. And there we go. On Prestige 20, we made 2 million and got our final achievement. Sorry, our penultimate achievement of Bitlord. We're looking good. Let's go home. Oh, we've actually maxed out the conversion speed here too. Alright, and with that, we've reached the end. There is nowhere left to go. We've just completed Prestige 25. That made us 20 million reds, 1,500 blues. It's just lovely. So we still need more blues. But the good thing is, we're now at the max level. And with that max level, we can now just run it for as long as we like. So let's head to the crypto mine. We have to click this individually. It's a bit of a pain. We do need 1,000, so that's about halfway there already once that all ticks through. Go for about as long as I think we need to get the final upgrade. There we go. We're back. We've actually completed another milestone. So that's another 100,000 reds. Oh wow, that does so much for us. Thank you. Let's max out the auto collect. I think that is our skill tree officially completed. I'm kind of upset there wasn't an achievement for that because that would have been really nice. But let's head over to the crypto mine. Let's dump in however much we have, and I think that'll get us to the God virus. Yes, it will. And if I don't hear that ding of an achievement, I'm gonna be pissed off. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, it's still... Okay, let's deploy the virus. There we go, Genesis, deploy the God virus. What the hell is happening to my game? Hello? This is possibly the most eerie finish to a 100% speed run. Well, I guess the virus worked. Anyway, that was NodeBuster, 100% run. I really enjoyed that game. I found it a lot of fun. If you guys want to check it out, it's in the description. And if you liked the video, please subscribe. It would really mean a lot.